How you doing, man?
How's it going?
Christian, can you just kind of walk us through red zone drills, first time at training camp today, maybe some of the struggles you guys have, but also maybe where you saw opportunities?
Yeah, the tough thing about the red zone is obviously the field is condensed, and so it's hard down there. In the league and just in general, you got to be on point with your landmarks and your fundamentals and be disciplined within the play call. And so, offensively we struggled a little bit, but that's some of the adversity that we're going to face all training camp and throughout the season. For us, it's going to be great film for us to go back and watch and just learn from today and move forward and just keep on getting better.
Were you surprised that you guys had struggles in that neck of the woods?
I mean, it's the fourth day of training camp. It's been a longer week, and the defense came out with some energy today. We've had some success on them earlier in camp, and so it's just a high competitive day of practice, especially in the red zone. Because that's where touchdowns are scored, and so guys were amped up. So I thought we handled it well. I thought we handled the adversity well, and we just kept on trucking, and we're going to learn from it.
The Bahamas trip, is that just as much about chemistry as it is with whatever you guys are working on the field? Maybe not like field chemistry, but like off the field chemistry?
I think it's more about off the field chemistry. That was our goal, and me and Trevor and Marvin, some of the vets talking about it, and me being in Arizona and Marvin being on two previous teams, doing it in other places. It's a big thing, especially for offensive skill guys and their quarterbacks, to get together and get to know one another and just build that relationship, because it makes it better when you take the field and you're working hard and you have days like this, where you can come to each other and you know how to communicate and work with one another.
How many dinner tabs did you pick up?
We did a good job splitting all of them. I picked up a couple of them, make sure everybody ate well, so it was good.
You talked before about how you played with DeAndre Hopkins and Larry Fitzgerald and AJ Green, guys that could, some will be in the Hall of Fame, maybe arguably some others. But what's like one or two things that you've taken from those guys, that you've learned from those guys, that you now have as a staple of the game?
Yeah, I think number one is the preparation on a daily basis throughout the whole entire season, and the approach, out on the field, on the practice field. The way those guys prepared and they competed every single day, there was no drop off, and they had that same mentality that they're going to be the best player on the field day in and day out, and they were so great to work with and be able to watch. And it was the same thing on Sundays. Once that whistle was blown, there was no doubt, in their minds that they were the best player on the field that day, and they were going to go out and perform like that. And so those are just little things that I've been able to watch and learn from them, and help try to apply to my game as well.
I can't imagine many guys have had the opportunity to work with guys like that. So do you feel incredibly lucky to have been able to do so?
Incredibly lucky. I always tell, and even telling the younger guys, and Marv and Zay will always ask me, what I've been able to pick up and some of the experiences of, being around them. And, I believe I'm definitely one of the luckiest guys to be able to play with three guys like that. And, I have nothing but love and respect, for those guys, because they're my big brothers, and, they helped me ultimately, get to this point.
I saw you and Trevor were talking a lot when you got off the bus. Just what is your relationship like with him? I know Bahamas trip and being a wide receiver, just what is your relationship like with him?
It's great. It's fun. We have a very similar demeanor, laid back, and our serious approach to our game and our work, and especially when we're out here, it's all about business. It's all about getting better and being the best that we can be. But off the field, we're always sitting next to each other, always hanging out, always just talking about life and whatnot. But it's been super easy, to get along with him and just build that relationship, and excited to continue that.
Whose idea was it to start up the golf phase almost of you two?
Oh, it was definitely me. I'm definitely a golf addict, and once I found out that Trev, was playing and getting into playing, when I first signed, I made sure to hit him up. I was like, the first thing we're doing is we're going golfing, and so now it's kind of been our thing. On the weekends we go out and play some golf, and it's just, like I said, it's a good way to go out, compete, have fun, and just keep building that relationship.
Trevor claims he's almost bad at golf. Is that true?
I wouldn't say he's bad. I mean, he's definitely working. He's getting better. I mean, golf is not an easy game by any means, and so any amateur golfer could say that they're bad, because I will admit it too. I'm bad at times as well.
You played a lot of the really nice courses in this area?
A few. Spent a lot of time at the Ponte Vedra Inn and Club, and it's been great. The city of Jacksonville, and being able to come here and the hospitality from everybody, and helping us move in, and just all the resources that everybody has given us has just been amazing. And I truly am so happy that I'm here, and feel grateful for the opportunity. Not yet. It's on the list for sure.
Do you feel pressure at all coming into this season? I know when you first signed, a lot of people were eyeing your contract and they had questions. Do you feel pressure at this moment in fourth day of training camp?
Not at all. I can truly say that I'm playing the most free-minded and just pressure-free and relaxed football that I've felt in a while. I truly feel that having this new opportunity in a new organization, new team, around some new teammates, I could truly just be myself and focus on being the best that I can be for these guys and being a leader, and just going out there and putting it all on the line for them, because I truly believe we have such a great group, and it's just been a lot of fun every day taking the field, and every second here has been great, so no pressure at all.
Christian, what is it about being here that allows you to play so relaxed and free?
Well, I think just with Doug and Press and the whole offensive staff, and obviously Mr. Balky and Mr. Khan, bringing here, and the belief in me and what I can do and my potential to be the player that I know I can be. There's no worries. All you have to do is go out there and play football, and I know when I'm at my best, I can be one of the best, and so that's just all I'm focused on, and it's a great feeling.
You play both outside and the slot in Arizona, and I've noticed these 4 days that you've been moving all around. Do you prefer that, or would you like to be at one position in a perfect world? Where would you like to be?
No, I think I would for sure, prefer to be moved all around, slot and outside. And, schematically, I know the coaches talk about it week in and week out based on, what the defense does and tendencies-wise. It kind of dictate where I'm lined up week to week. But it just adds a different sort of dynamic. And we have so many other guys that do great things as well. And that's the great thing is, you won't be able to key on any type of tendencies coaches do a great job of aligning us everywhere. So I feel like I'm at my best when, I can play a little bit outside and inside and just kind of get moved around.
Many will say that there isn't a bona fide deep threat on the team. How much do you guys talk about what, not necessarily the local media says, but national media, when there's not a burner? Is that something that you guys discuss?
No, it's not a thing that we discuss. I mean, I just laugh because, we have so many guys that have put, deep threat ability on tape and have done it. I've had success with it. Zay's had success with it. Marvin has had success with it. And so it's not something we pay attention to, but as receivers, we're all guys that, would like to catch the go ball, like to catch the deep post. And so it's definitely going to be a point of emphasis for us because, we have the guys to do it.
Christian, have you gotten a sense of Trevor's preparation and what he does to be ready for each day?
Yeah, I mean, he comes out here off the bus, and he gets into his warm up and his preparation, getting his body ready for practice, and then once we hit the field, he's locked in and he's making sure that we're on point with everything. And the great thing about him and what I think is important is the open line of communication, between him and us receivers and the tight ends, and even his offensive line. If he sees something immediately after the play, he's coming up to us, we're talking it through, and we're making sure we're getting it right. So that's the kind of things that you want to see, from your quarterback, and just having that communication and getting better.
Is that big for you to see, especially from a young quarterback?
100%. Being able to have that mindset and being able to pick other guys' brains and to be able to take coaching, even if it's not from a coach. I may say, hey, I see this and I think maybe try this and it may work. And he's really open to taking that coaching and taking that kind of reassurance from other guys. And so to be able to have that and that maturity is great to see.
4 days in, what are those bus rides like? And are they different coming versus going?
They're getting a little longer for sure. In the mornings, getting over here, and they're getting a little hotter on the way back. The more we get into practice, and it's honestly been great. They've made it a smooth transition, and it's a little bit of an adjustment, but I don't think anybody has a problem with it unless a bus ride is missed. Then that's the only risk that you got to take.
Is it big getting on the first wave of buses after practice?
Yeah, definitely big, especially if you have a workout. You know, like defense has a workout today, so definitely want to get on that first bus. Well, I guess the majority of the old line takes the first wave of buses, so I'm smart. I take the second wave and try to stay off of that. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.